I would like to invite Mr. Om Prakash Manke, the course coordinator Meta SDR, that he would be taking you all through the session 2 today now, which is the practical data analysis with Python for data science. So over to Mr. Om Prakash.
Okay, thank you, Ashish sir. Okay, so we will be starting with hands-on session on practical aspects of Python for data science. Okay, first of all, let me ask you one question. How many of you are having a Google Colab account? You can raise your hand. Yes. So we'll quickly rush through the settings for Google Colab. Yes. So yes, anyone knows how to start Google Colab? Yes. Okay. We'll allow you to unmute yourself, and you can yes, you can unmute yourself and tell me. Anyone would like to speak? He can unmute himself or herself, and then can talk about how to set up your Colab account. So start Colab. Okay. So yes, what we'll be doing is we'll be performing all the sessions parallelly on Google Colab. So yes, you can use Google Colab for setting up your account. You can create your own Python notebook. So first of all, yes, everyone, you can raise your hand and let me know, like, have you set up Colab? And are you getting the screen? So colab.research.google.com. Yes. Yes, you can type in chat box. Yes. So there are many hands up. Okay. So click on new notebook. Okay. Click on new notebook. And can you see the screen? Okay. So just change the name and we'll call it as say practical data science 1. Okay. Is that fine? Yes. Now I'll be sharing few data sets with you. Just give me a minute. And you can download those data sets and you have to upload those data sets on your drive. Have you mounted your drive? Yes. Anyone? Have you mounted your drive? So can you see on the left hand side, there's an option, files option. So click on files option. Okay. And on the right hand side, the third option is mount drive. Hope I'm very slow and you are trying this parallelly on your PC or laptop. Yes. Now, okay. 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 So just click on mount drive. Yes. Can you repeat? So click on mount drive. If you have already mounted your drive, you will get connect to drive option. If you are not, you will get some other screen where it will ask you to enter a Google code. Yes. So click on mount drive. Are you getting this particular option? Okay. Okay, I'll repeat. Mrunalini has asked that I should repeat everything. Yes, I'm repeating. Just open your research.collab.research.google.com. Yes. Then second thing is, yes, Mrunalini, on the left hand side, you will find a folder option. Click on the folder option. Yes. Okay. I'll just move the pointer. So can you see the pointer? Just let me know. See here on the right hand side, here you will find one option. This option is the Mount Drive option. So click on Mount Drive. Yes.
I just started this collab.research.google.com /note/intro.
So click
after
on
that,
New Notebook. Click on New Notebook and change the
in
name
file.
of the notebook. Okay. I'll do one thing. I'll again start. So you just type Collab and then you will get an option New Notebook here.
Okay, fine.
On the bottom corner. See here. Can you see? Here, New Notebook. So click on New Notebook. Yes.
I clicked on the file. Okay. In that file, I have got the new, right?
Yes, that's also fine. That's also fine. Okay. Now on the left hand side,
Yes.
can you see a folder option? This one. See, I'm moving the pointer now here. This one.
Okay.
So click
Yes,
on that
yes.
option. Yes. Now it will take a
Files,
while
right?
because
Files.
see,
Files.
what is Google Colab platform? We
Files.
are using,
Mount Drive.
yes. Yes.
Hello.
You have
Is
to
it
click
right?
on Mount Drive now.
So permit this
Okay.
notebook to access your Google Drives. Okay,
Yes,
connect.
yes. So what we are doing here is we want to use some data and we will upload this data on our Google Drive. What we want to do is we want to access this data for performing further analysis.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Fine. Okay.
Fine.
Next.
So click on connect to Drive. Okay, you will get few instructions here. You have to generate, you should have Google account and you have to generate the code as well. So copy that code where it asks you to mount the drive. Yes.
Okay.
In my case, the drive is already mounted.
Okay.
Yes.
My drive, right? In that my drive.
Yes. Fine. Yes. Everyone is with me. Have you got the link for files? Okay. We are sharing the link for files on chat. Okay.
Okay.
So just download those files. Right. You should have Google account and you will find all these files there. Okay, I'll tell you like what we have to do. I'll also access the file and you have to upload the file. You have to upload these files in any folder. So let's say, let's do one thing. We'll create one folder here on our drive. So go to your drive. Okay, go to your drive and click on new.
Hello, can you please record this session?
Yes, we are recording. Okay. So yes, create a new folder and just call it as say datasets. Okay.
Sir, when I click on that link, what you have given, so it already opens into the Explorer, and the drive is named as dataset itself. So
So we can, but the thing is, okay, just check, is it, because we have not shared it with you people, so you'll not be able to access it. For loading, what we have to do is, because these are on our domain, so okay, you can use it directly also, but generally what we will do is we'll upload, because few people won't be having Google account. Okay, so we'll just click on this link,
okay,
and let's say we'll download these data sets. I don't want, because we'll be using over next 3 days, we'll be using these data sets. So I just want market fact .csv. So just download that file. Yes, I hope everyone is following the instructions. Okay.
I think, sir, what you just told in Google Drive, okay, one folder, that data set 1 that I have to create, okay, and
Yes,
what you have
yes.
just shared, okay, we have to download it first, and we have
Upload.
to paste that in this, upload in this data set, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it will take at least some time, right? So just
Not
please
because the
wait.
file is not so big. Okay, so
Okay,
we
but
already have created the datasets folder. Yes. So if let me just show you. I've downloaded the file, and we already have created one datasets1 folder. And these are the downloaded files. So next few days will be, by the time you can say upload these files. Okay, next 3 days we'll be using same set of files. So can you see market.csv file on my screen? Yes, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
yes, sir.
So now we'll move to little theoretical aspects. So we are done with practical setup. So this setup will be using for next 3 days, and I expect everyone downloads the files and keeps these files on their folder. Okay. Okay. So now let me start with give a theoretical background about what is data science. So can anyone give me a definition of data science? You can unmute yourself and speak.
Before we proceed, I cannot access it only shows the collab notebooks. That's all it shows.
Okay, I think, are you using Google account?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you just put your Gmail ID in chat box, and we'll share it individually to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, can you introduce yourself? You are from?
I'm from Lesotho.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So our technical team will help you out. Just share your Gmail ID, and they will send you file individually. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Market data_CSV. Okay, so can everyone see the files on the left hand side? Can you prompt me which is the data set I just have loaded in my drive? We have created one folder. The folder is datasets1 folder. Yes. And what is the file name we just have created?
Market_fact.csv.
Yes, we just have uploaded market_fact_CSV. So now look out for that particular folder. So now, what is data science? Someone was talking about data science.
So data science is a field of study which combines expertise from both knowledge as well as programming to get the information extract from the data that can be structured or unstructured.
Okay, nice definition. May I know what's your name?
Sir Adarsh Yadav.
Okay, so Adarsh, it's a very nice definition, and I would like to add few more things to the definition. One, it's a combination of statistics, it's combination of analytics, it's combination of mathematics, and when we combine when we combine all these branches together, what we get is data science. Okay, so what exactly we want to do in data science? Now you can just open this particular file and tell me what this file implies. Okay, what do you understand from this data? So what is data according to you? Yes, can anyone tell me what is data? Then we'll talk about science behind that data. Yes, right?
Hello, am I audible?
Data,
Yes, yes.
data
Yes,
is raw text.
data is basically a collection of repeated parameters, basically a name, your surname, and something about you, say your score in a game or something like that. It's an accumulation of such data for like thousands or like innumerable entries and stored in some digital format.
Yes, Joyston, very nice answer. Yes. Okay,
Data is
let's
Hello, sir.
consider
Audible?
something
collected.
like, okay, every day we are dealing with data. Since the morning till evening, we deal with the data. And what we do, we organize this data so that we can make sense out of that particular data. If we organize the data in the format which is shown in this on the screen, we call it as structured data. So if you look at it, you will find some headings on the first row. What are the headings? ORD underscore ID, then product underscore ID, shipment underscore ID, customer underscore ID, sales, discount, order quantity, profit, shipping cost, product based margin. Now, all these are the type of data or the fields, or what in technical terms we say that this is a description of sales of a particular retail store. What is recorded here? Each order data is recorded. Which product was ordered in this order? Then what was the shipment ID? Who was the customer? What was the sales? And what was the discount availed? What was the order quantity? And how much was the profit? And so on. Now, if you look at the number of records in this particular file, it's a huge file. Okay, so my aim with data science is, can I use this particular data for future predictions? Can I find some correlations among this data? And can these correlations or the predictions or whatever analysis I'm getting can help me in my decision making, so that to make it better? So how we will analyze this data? In order to analyze this data, the first thing that we have to do is, I'm moving to my Colab notebook. The first thing we have to do is we have to load this data using Python. Now, why we use Python for data science? Now, everyone must have understood what is data. So if you look at the previous example, there are columns, there are rows. Columns are defining what type of data is stored, the attributes of this particular data, and the actual data is stored in row-wise format. So what we want to do now is we want to load this data in our notebook. Now, why Python? Yes, why Python is getting so much of popularity over last few years? Yes. So Python is a high-level programming language. The best feature of Python is it comes with a set of built-in libraries which allow us to perform different data science and machine learning related tasks. Yes. So what we want to do is we want to design a particular application using Python in such a way that we can find some meaningful information which will be useful for further decision making. So how to load this particular file? Anyone knows? So Python comes with a library. What is the name of the library? Yes.
The Panda and NumPy.
Yes. So Pandas and NumPy, these are the two libraries Pandas and NumPy, these are the two libraries which allow us to load data, manipulate data, analyze data. So I'll be using Pandas library. Now, in order to use, what is a library? Yes, a library consists of a set of built-in functions which allow us to perform different data related operations. Now, in case of, let me share my screen. In case of Python or Pandas, the complete file that we just have seen is known as a data frame. So in relational database, we call it as table. In other languages, we call it as like a tabular format. Here it's structured. In Python, we call it as data frame. What is a data frame? A data frame consists of columns and rows. The columns are provided with a set of names and rows are numbered starting with 0. So what we will do, first of all, we will load this Excel or CSV file into Python. And to load and use this particular file, we'll be using the CSV function. So what we will do, first of all, yes, we will have to use Pandas library. Can anyone tell me how to import a Pandas library? Yes?
Sir, using keyword import.
Using keyword import. So what import does? Okay, so now I'm just writing one statement here. Import, say, Pandas as PD. Okay, so this Pandas library provides a set of functions. This Pandas library provides a set of functions, and we want to use this particular functions. Okay, I'm just increasing the font size. Is it visible? Is this okay? Okay, I'll just
Yes,
close
sir.
this. Okay, so now what we have done, we have imported the Pandas library, and what we want to do is we want to load. Which file we wanted to load? The file that we just have uploaded. Yes. So what we will do, we'll just have pd dot, we'll just have pd dot read underscore CSV. Okay. And we have to specify the path of the file. Now tell me, where is my path of the file? Yes. Where is our file?
In my drive.
In my drive, the file is there. Yes.
Sir.
Okay. So what was the name of the file? Market. Yes. Market underscore
Market
fact.
underscore fact.
So copy this path now. So if you see, I have moved to that particular folder. Yes, I have moved to that particular folder. Right click on the file and copy path. Okay. Copy path and paste it over here. Sorry. Yes. Are you getting similar to this? Whatever I'm, yes. Shall I repeat? See what I've done. We already have mounted the drive. Yes. Then we move to the location where we have uploaded this particular file. We just have right clicked on that particular file and we have copied the path. Okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now it is pd.read underscore CSV. Now see, this function will be executed and what it will do, it will return data. Now this data we need to store somewhere. Where we are going to store? So what we will do, we'll call it as say market data. And what we will get is, so whatever data is stored in this market underscore fact.csv file, whatever data is stored, now where it is copied, where it will be returned, where it will be stored, it will be stored in market data. It will be stored in market data. Now, can anyone tell me what is market data?
Sir, a variable.
Variable.
Variable, or it is, just now I said, what is the unit?
Data frame.
Data frame.
Yes. So market data is your data frame. So let's run. We are ready to run our first code for the day. Yes. Is it making sense? So run. And if you are not getting any output, means it's working. Yes. So this is our first execution. I'll quickly repeat what we have done. We just have, yes, we just have loaded market_fact.csv file, and we have stored it as a data frame in market data variable. Yes, clear? Now I'm just clicking on plus code here, and you can keep on adding code windows, as many code windows as you want. Yes. So now the next function that we are going to use is just type market data, just type market data dot head. Now this many people must be knowing what it is going to do. Can anyone answer?
It will return the top 10 values of the market data frame.
Top 10 or top 5? Okay,
5.
Many answers we got. 5 rows. Is it showing 5 rows? Yes. So how many rows are there? 5 rows. Let's say I want to print 10 rows. What I should do?
I check 11.
See now what I've done. Market data dot head in bracket, we have specified 10. Got it? And now how many rows will be returned? Yes. So head is returning 5 records. If I want to say return multiple records, I have to specify the number of records I want to show. Now, can you tell me, there is one field which is automatically added, which was not there in our CSV file. Which is that field?
Index.
Which one? Index. Perfect. So what is index doing here? So now we'll formally define a data frame. A data frame consists of columns and rows. Columns are named with English like words here. So we use names for columns, whereas rows are numbered starting with 0. Yes. Let's find out how many rows are there in this particular data set. So I'm just clicking on plus code again here, and I'm now typing market data dot tell. Now tell me what will be the output. Okay.
Last
Tell
5.
me how many rows are there and what is difference between head
Last
and
5
tail.
rows.
Yes. So the tell function returns the bottom or the last 5 rows. Head function returns top 5 rows. Tell function returns the bottom 5 rows. Is that clear? So tell me now, how many rows are there?
8,398.
9 rows in this particular. Okay, Sakshi, what is the error you are getting? Just check whether you have given proper variable name. Yes, Sakshi.
Yes, sir. I have written the same as you, but it is showing error. Name error.
Can you just tell us?
It is showing name
Yes,
error.
I'll answer Faisal. We can add another code cell. If you go on the top, you'll find plus code. Yes. Sakshi, sorry. Extremely sorry. What's the error status? Can you type, paste the error status in chat box? Okay. Okay. I was getting to that. Index starts from 0. Okay. Yes. You just check. Have you executed the first cell? And is your market data name? Have you done this particular file? Have you executed this first cell? In your case, it is possible that you have, yes. Okay, Kunal, the difference between head and tail is head returns top 5 rows or top specified rows, whereas tail returns bottom 5 rows, by default bottom 5 rows or specified. So you can specify a tail 10 in brackets, or you can specify head 10 in brackets. Accordingly, it will return the rows. So someone was saying it is perfect. Someone said that as the indexing has started from 0, there would be 8398 plus 1 rows. Perfect. Yes. So how many rows are there? 98 or 99?
99.
Yes. So 8399 rows would be there. Now, one more interesting function that we'll try to execute now is, yes, see, wherever your cursor is, accordingly the cell will be added. So now my cursor was out of this particular place. So just click on plus code and the code will be added. So now I'm issuing market data dot info. And now what output we get? So we are done with loading, we are done with head, we are done with tail, and now we'll execute info. And now this is the most important aspect of our data frame. This will tell us about our data. Okay, so I'll go one by one here. What are the things it is showing and how we are going to use it? Yes, first one is the column name. Second one is non-null. Third one is count, and then we have a data type. So if you see, first one is a range index 8399 entries, because we are starting from 0. So 0 to 8398. Total columns 10 columns. And what are the data types of each of the column? So order ID, it is object. Product ID, again it is object, and rest all till cells. Cells is float 64. Order quantities int 64, and rest all are float 64. Now, quickly, what are these? Object, float, and int.
Data types.
Data types.
Data types. So they indicate type of data. Okay. We'll cover this again. Now we'll just cover the difference between float and int. What's float?
Yes. Float consists of decimal values.
Numbers containing decimal point and numbers without decimal point. What are numbers without decimal point?
Integer.
Integer.
Int. Whereas the numbers with decimal point are float.
Float.
Yes. So we got complete information about our data. You will find there's something called as product based margin. How many values it is showing?
336.
See, how many, what is the value? 8336. But rest all are 8399. Means what? There are few missing values.
Null values.
There are few missing values in product based margin. Yes, there are few missing values in product based margin. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now, I think these are the functions that we generally follow. Okay, let's do one very interesting function. Okay, am I clear? Is it making sense? Yes, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we'll just execute one more function here. Market data dot describe. And now this is again one sort of analytical function which will help us to understand our data. Okay. Now there are too many things. Don't get confused. One by one. First execute, and one by one we'll discuss each of them. Or you can share like if you know. Okay. I'll start from bottom. And what you will find, can you find all the columns here? Are you getting all the columns here?
No.
Sure. Now,
Yes.
which columns you are getting and which columns you are not getting?
It's having numerical value.
If you look at this, the columns which were having object type, okay, the columns which were having object type, the columns which are having object type are not displayed, whereas the columns which are having int and float are displayed. That is, only numeric values statistics is shown to us. Now, I'm starting from bottom. So what it is doing is, for every column, or
Hello.
yes.
Hello, sir. I'm getting error in the first part.
Okay.
In that market data is equal to pd.read. In that link, where to copy that?
Have you mounted your drive and have you uploaded the file?
Yes, sir.
Can you share the yes. Whatever type,
Yes, sir.
can you share? Okay.
Hello, sir. Can you just put the? Can you just put the what commands you have just told from the beginning in chat box?
Okay, sir.
See, I'll do one thing. I'll just type the commands here. See, a location may be different if you're not created the folder name like me. What is the folder you have created? What is your folder name? Just replace. Okay. Oh, sorry. Actually. Okay. See, I'm typing in the chat box. Okay. So just change the folder name with your folder name. Okay. Is it making sense? Yes. I think the issue is resolved. Okay.
I think, sir, you have just clicked there on play button, right? Run the cell, right?
Yes. You have to click on play button to run.
Yeah, I clicked there, but it is not showing the next line.
See, the thing is that's what I said. If you are not getting anything, means your file has been loaded successfully. Okay.
But
next,
if I want to
this command. Okay.
yeah, but
I'm
for
not
next
finished
line.
yet. Siddhi, I'm not finished with explaining the describe. Okay. See, now I'm typing the second command also. Just give me a minute.
Sir, actually, I'm not getting the next line where I want to print.
Just click on plus code.
Click on the code.
Plus code. See, on top below file, you will find plus code.
Means it is not automatically. It is not
No,
automatically
it is not
giving the
coming.
next line.
Every time we have to add.
Just like
see, we have to type like this: market data dot head or tail, or you can just type market data also. What market data will do? It will show all records.
Yes.
Yes. Try this.
The first 5 and the last 5.
Yeah, but it is showing like first 5, last 5, and middle it is showing dot. Means we are showing all the rows. See, it has got 8399 rows into 10 columns. Yeah. Okay. I'll go back to
there is a tail.
Is that okay?
Tail, info, and describe. These are the 3 commands, right, sir?
Yes. So now describe. I'll go one by one. We will start from bottom. See, the function, the last value you'll find on the left hand side is max. Okay. Now what is max?
Total value.
Maximum value of each of the column. So what is the maximum value in cells? What is the maximum value in discount? What is the maximum value in order count, and so on? Same way, 75%. Now, can anyone tell me what is 75%?
3/4 of the previous page.
Please mute yourself. Third quartile. Perfect. Please mute yourself. Yes, we are requesting you to mute yourself. Yes, yeah. So third quartile. What do you mean by third quartile? Yes, what is observation? Third quartile means that 75% orders cells are above 1709 or 1709. Yes, 50% means 50% orders cells are 449 or above 449. 25% means 25% of cells are 143 or above 143. What is the minimum value of cells? 2.24. Now, there are three more things. There's standard deviation, there is mean, and there is count. Now, everyone knows count, total values. What is mean and what is standard deviation now? What is mean?
The average value.
The average value, total of all values divided by number of values. And what is standard deviation in layman's term?
Standard deviation is the deviation of all other values, how much from the mean.
So how all the values are deviated or away from the mean. Deviation from the mean, deviation from the average. Absolutely right. Yes. Okay. Now, is that clear? What Describe is doing? Describe is giving us descriptive statistics about our data frame. Describe considers only numeric attributes. Describe removes categorical attributes. And what it provides count, it provides mean, it provides standard deviation, minimum value, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile, and maximum value. Yes. Please mute yourself. Okay, clear? Is that clear? Okay. Okay, standard deviation. Samiksha is asking, see now, we have values like this. Say, for example, I have values. Okay, so 12 is a value. Okay, I can't annotate well here. So let me explain you. Say I have one value 12 and another value is 15, another value is 17. Now I compute mean of these values. Okay, and then what we do, we compute the distance of each value. We compute the distance between each value. Okay, someone has typed a very standard definition. Standard deviation is measure of amount of variation or dispersion. That's what I'm saying. So individual value, the difference between mean and individual value, and what is the variation from mean or what is the deviation from mean that we compute. Okay. In tomorrow's session, Samiksha, we will be performing standard deviation. We'll be writing our own code to compute standard deviation. We'll be performing 1D test. Tomorrow's session is on, as earlier mentioned, statistics with Python. Okay. So for now, standard deviation is the measure of what is the variation or deviation from mean. Okay. How far each value lies from the mean. That's
Sorry
what
to
I'm
interrupt
trying
you,
to
sir.
say. Yeah.
Hello.
Perfect. Akhil, perfect. Mr. Akhil, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. You
Yeah.
just said this is a 25% or percentage. Okay. So if I said if I talk about the cells, okay. So this is we are having the count is 8399. Okay. There is mean, standard deviation. There is mean, minimum we can say, and maximum. So this is 25% is nothing but what we are having the total count out of that whatever the values, and it is 25% of the entire. Is it the case?
No. Okay, see now, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, and 75 percentile means what? Let's say I have 4 values. Each of them are 10, 10, 10. Okay, so what is 25 percentile? 25% values, what is the average value? So we have total 8,399 records. Okay, उसका 25% वैल्यू का एवरेज क्या है? ओके, उसका 50%, it's 50% values, what is the average? And it's 75% values, what is the average? Are you getting my point? So let's go back to our example. We have 4 values, each 10. What would be 25 percentile? 25 percentile will have only one value. So what will be the value? 10. What will be 50 percentile? 20, it won't be 20, it would be 10, na?
10.
And what would be 75 percentile? 30 divided by 10. Sorry, 3. So 10. So that's why I have taken simple example of all values, 4 values, 10, 10 each. Clear? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
let's say I don't want to show all. I don't want to show say all of the statistics here. Okay. I want to show a specific individual columns statistics. So how will you or before that let's go like if I want to say get all the columns in this data set. Let's try this first. Let's get all the columns in this data set. How will you get all the columns? Anyone? Market data.columns. Now what it is giving? Yes. What it is giving?
The columns.
All the names of all the columns in this particular data set. Okay. Now let's try one more function here. Let's try market data dot shape. Okay. Try this. And now tell me. Okay, I have executed 2 functions. I'm the properties, not functions. I'll just wait for half a minute. So market data dot columns is returning all the column names, and market data dot shape is returning what it is returning?
Number of rows and columns.
Number of rows and columns. Okay, that's what I'll come to that. See, there are 2 things. There are properties and there are functions. Okay. So columns is a property of the data frame. For property, you don't have to specify simple parenthesis. Okay. For property, you don't have to specify simple parenthesis. And for functions, you have to specify parenthesis. Yes. Simple brackets you have to specify. Yes. Now let's move further, and now let's again I'll just issue head command. Okay. Market data dot head. Okay. Now tell me this index column. Okay. This particular index column is additional column, but ideally if you look at this particular data, 0 1 2 3 doesn't make any sense, but order underscore 5446, every order ID will be unique. So what I want to do is, I don't want this auto generated index column. I want to set one of the column as my index. I want to set one of the column as the index of the data frame. Yes. Are you getting my point? So it doesn't make any sense to have two columns indicating index. So what we'll do? Are you getting my point? Order underscore ID. Yes, order underscore ID. We'll set it as index. How to do that? Yes. So the next function that we are going to perform is market data dot. Okay, if you just type, it will give you a set of functions or IntelliSense. And can you find some function which will allow us to do this? Yes, anyone?
So set index.
Okay, it is set index. Now tell me what I should specify in set index. Now which column we want to set as index? Yes, anyone? Which column we want to set as index?
Order ID.
Order ID.
So specify order ID. How will you specify order ID? Now, one thing you have to make sure in Python is you are following cases. Okay, that is, if the column name is in a capital case, you have to specify the column name. We have to specify the column names as per the capital or small case. So try this particular activity on your own. Yes. So tell me what I should do here is I will specify. Okay, so specify the column name. Has anyone finished it? You can check whether you are getting the output or not. Okay. Now there's one more attribute that we will set here. Okay. What is the attribute that I'll set? Anyone? So
In place.
In place is equal to, tell me what should be the value. Now I'll come back to in place. Okay. And we'll run this and just again check which function I should run now. I can run either complete market data or I can run head. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I already have done that now. So I can't run it twice. Okay. So now tell me what is the change here and what is in place doing?
Order
Yes.
ID is considered as an index number.
Order ID is considered as number. Order ID is considered as index. Why we have put in place? We have put in place to replace the existing index.
Sir, if we do not use in place, then also it is by default taking in place true.
Yeah, by default in place is true, but I want to explain that the function is going to replace the previously generated index. The function is going to replace the previously generated index and will get the new index here. By default, if you see, when you keep on typing the commands or functions, you will get the help about that particular function. So here you will find that yes, the default value of in place is true. Yes, whether you want to put the particular column or index in place or not, that's what we are specifying. So we have set successfully a new index for this particular data frame. Yes, is there any doubt? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Sure? Okay. Next, what we want to do? Okay. Let's try few more functions here. You can add a text window as well when you want to add comments. Let's now sort this data. Okay. Now, how will you sort the data? Okay. There are two ways in which you can sort data. One, by index, and second, by values. Okay. Are you getting my point? One by index and one by values. Okay. Actually, have you joined? Just type your full. Just type your email address. Our technical team will share the files with you. Okay. Yes. Clear? Now, sorting. What is sorting? Share.
To represent the data in a particular fashion.
Okay, arrangement of data, ordering the data. We can order data in ascending order, or we can order data in descending order. So we can sort data on the basis of index, and we can sort data. Okay, if you are not getting this file, you can just Google on Kaggle. Okay, the data set is taken from Kaggle. So just search for the name market data underscore CSV and you will get it on Kaggle. Okay. Okay. There are many people who have not received. Okay. I will share the link. Share the link again. Type in chat box. Please share the link in chat box. Now try. Okay. Those who have joined late, I think they must not have got the data. Okay. Okay. We'll not extend more for the day one itself. We'll be covering this particular part, and then we'll wind up the session so that you are ready with all the data sets tomorrow. And we'll have tomorrow full-fledged 2-hour session wherein we'll cover one complete statistical case study, and day 3 will cover a telecom churn case study wherein we'll predict whether the customer will leave any services or not. Data sets link. Okay. Okay. So we are sharing. Okay, I think we will share this with. We are sharing one feedback form also. Sorry, we will be sharing 2 things. So after that, okay, it will be tomorrow. We'll have more time and we'll have extended session. Today will not extend the session. Okay, don't worry. So let's.
Sir, would you be sharing the recording to everyone's email?
We are planning to provide you a learning management system access, but we are overwhelmed with the participants. In the beginning, we had around 400 participants. So it's not practically possible to provide an access to learning management system, but we'll provide all the resources in Google. Okay. Okay.
I mean this lecture
and then we'll wind up.
Sir, just one suggestion. If you put it on a drive, and if you just place that drive link, if you share it all, I hope you are having all the email IDs with you, and you just provide the access to view only to all the email IDs. At least we can have the recordings in that.
Okay, fine. We'll try.
You can
try
send
our level
a link.
best. Okay.
You can send a link even in this chat box, and then later on to the email of everyone.
Yes. See, we just share one link. We will be sharing attendance link. Please share attendance link. Okay. Please fill in the details in this particular form, and whatever. Please, we request you to say copy this link first, everyone, because this link will go as soon as we end the meeting. Copy this link. Yes. Then fill in the details in this particular Google link and share your Google address. Okay, just now we have shared the link. Anil sir, keep on pasting the link 4 or 5 times. Okay. 4 or 5 times. Okay, just 12th you have completed. Yes, if you are very enthusiastic, then yes. But you are talking about PGP or you are talking about this certificate course. Definitely you can finish this certificate course. No problem in that. Okay, even if you have finished 12th. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the students are trying to say that whatever today you have taken and will be taking in 2 days, can you
Yes.
share the recording? So I think the students want to practice or something.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for
We'll.
so for that thing they are asking.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. We'll
Okay.
definitely share the recording by
Thank you.
today evening. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll just run this function for sorting the data. So cells dot. Yes. Cells. Sorry. Market data dot.
Sort.
Market data dot sort. Yes, there are two functions here. One is sort index and sort values. Any guesses? Sort index will sort on the basis of index, whereas sort values will sort on the basis of values. Now, what is index here?
Order ID.
Order ID is index. And what is value here? Individual columns value we can specify for sorting. We can provide single column or we can provide multiple columns. Okay. So just specify a sort index. And then we have to specify the axis. Okay. Let's give axis here. Axis is equal to 0. And second parameter I'm passing is ascending. Ascending is equal to true or false, whatever you want to give. Okay. So ascending is equal to false. Okay. Are you getting my point? So
Yes, sir.
now run this and tell me what will happen if I do this. On what basis the values are sorted?
Order ID in the descending order.
Okay. Ascending false means?
Descending.
Descending means?
In largest to smaller.
Okay. So are we getting largest to smaller values here? Yes or no? Instead of doing this, what we can do is we can just specify the value here and we can print a head instead of printing everything. So that will make sense. Now let's try specifying axis is equal to 1. I have given axis is equal to 0 and then I've shifted axis is equal to 1. Now tell me what's the difference between two?
X0 will sort the data on the basis of a row based on the order ID with respect to rows, and X1 will sort by columns.
Perfect. So axis 0 is sorting data on the basis of rows. Yes, we are sorting according to rows or on rows, whereas axis is equal to 1 is sorting on the basis of columns. I'll run again. See, which is the first column we were getting? Which is the first column we were getting when axis was 0? Yes, product ID. And which is the first column I'm getting when axis is equal to 1? Are you getting my point? Shipping cost, because that's the first according to the alphabetical order. This is how it works. Okay. Are you getting my point? Yes. Now, what about sort underscore, say by values, sort by values? So in case of sort by values, we have to specify the column on which we want to sort. Okay, I'll just pause for half a minute. So axis is equal to 0 means we will sort on columns, and axis is equal to 1 means we'll sort on rows, right? Right or wrong?
Wrong, sir. It will be opposite.
Okay, good observation.
Axis 0
I
means
think,
your rows and axis 1 means columns.
Yeah. Okay, I think the last function that we'll execute now is on sort values, and then we'll wind up for the day. Yes, perfect. So which is the last function that we'll execute now? Sort on values. So tell me on which column I should sort. So market data dot, yes, sort underscore values. And see now, the first parameter we have to specify is by parameter is equal to, in single quotes, now you have to specify the column name by which we want to sort. And again, we have to specify ascending or a descending order. Yes, by default, ascending is true. So let's
So
see
here,
dynamic
sir,
system.
we can add more than one column
Yes,
also,
we
right?
can add multiple columns also.
Columns.
We'll do
So
this.
the first will decide. First will decide as per the right.
Yes. So
Whatever
if
the order we mention here, it will be just by
Yes,
separated by commas.
I'll get back to it. Okay, just let's finish this, and then we'll see how to combine multiple columns. So to specify single columns is understandable, I guess. So to specify multiple columns, we have to use square brackets. Yes, that was your question. So you have to specify a comma separated list of your columns. You have to specify a comma separated list of columns. Yes, but you have to specify it in square brackets. Why square brackets? What square brackets indicate? It indicates array of or list of
array.
columns. Yes, it indicates list of columns. So whenever we have multiple items to be used, then in that particular case, we have to use, okay, I'll use first column as product ID. Just check the spelling and cases also, and second column adds cells. So what it is going to do, it is going to sort it on the basis of product ID and cells. Clear? Yes, was this your question? I think I have answered this question. So
Yes,
please,
sir.
everyone fill in the attendance form. Let me check how many of you have entered details in attendance form. Okay, we'll wait for another 5 minutes. Only people with all what to say, those who have okay, let me check it on my other PC or laptop. Okay, I'll check it later on, but please fill in. Only those people who attend all 3 days will get a certificate. Okay, so any doubts, any questions you'd like to ask? Attendance form. Yes, Anil sir, please share attendance form again.
Hello, sir. I am Bhumi Joshi. I wanted to ask a question that are there another sessions after 1 p.m. or there are
No,
only 11
we will today, since it's the first day, we are keeping it short. So we'll share tomorrow's schedule only to the participants who have filled in the attendance form today.
Okay, sir. Not an issue. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, we'll be covering EDA also. We'll be conducting a data churn case study. See, now we are done with the most of the say data frame functions. Now you know like how to work with data. Now we'll take further and we'll see tomorrow hypothesis testing. We'll see 1T sample test and 2T sample test, and one sample test and 2 sample test, and then we'll move slowly towards regression and logistic regression, and there will end the course.
Sir.
MET. Yes.
Sir, can you explain that output of market data dot sort values?
Yes, fine, perfect. Yes, Adarsh, go on. Okay, I didn't explain. I didn't run also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Pratik. Okay.
Sir,
Tomorrow
first
we'll be
factor
covering,
is considering
so
product ID or sales?
I kept product ID and sales. So see all product ID, if product ID is same, then the cells are sorted according to the ascending order. Yes, right now, Adarsh?
So yes, sir, I'm getting the same output, but I was a little confused.
See, okay, when you have two columns, if the first column's values are same, then which column we are going to consider?
Second one.
Second column. So when second column will come?
If the first
Attendance form is
values are
shared in
same.
chat box. Attendance form is shared in chat box. Okay.
Sir, can you share the recorded video, sir?
Yes, we will be sharing, as I just said, but only for the people who fill in the attendance form. Okay. So if you have filled in attendance form, let us know. Tomorrow we'll have a complete. We'll share tomorrow's schedule also. See, because it becomes very difficult to share everyday schedule. We get many registrations. We got many registrations, but yes. So that's why we thought that once day one is done, yes, we'll share on SMS also. We'll try to share on SMS, okay? Because there are different rules nowadays for try. Try is TRAI, okay? Tomorrow's timing would be 11 to 1. Okay, and one session would be in evening. Okay.
Sir,
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
place one command market data dot sort underscore values by cells. So in first column I'm getting the 6,700, then in the same column 4631, and after that the order ID, product ID, ship ID, customer ID, like this one.
Have you given
it is ascending order.
access here? What is the ascending order? Is it true or false?
It is a true. It's true.
Okay.
It's true. Ascending order is true.
So are you using
Can you
the
just
same dataset?
type it there so that I can have the verified? Can you just put in your order by cells ascending true? Okay, I'm not getting the same answer right now. Market data dot sort values by cells, comma ascending is equal to true. I'm not getting this by order ID. I'm getting directly this values, and it is 6,7004631, like this one. This is the first column. Hello?
How it's possible? Just let me check. Just a second, that recording. See
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
are saying.
yeah.
Have you got it correct?
I'm just putting.
Share.
I'm putting
Share
in the
your
chat
code.
box. Yeah.
Type your
This is what I
code
have
in
put.
chat. You have put, okay.
Okay.
So what's the see, you don't have to put ascending in single quotes. Ascending is equal to true. You don't have to put in single quotes.
Okay. Okay. What happens if I put true?
Then sorting is not happening. Na?
Okay.
Just remove that single quotes and ascending is equal to true. Those who have filled in attendance form, they can leave. We'll wait for another 6 minutes and then we'll wind up. Okay. Please, Anil sir, share attendance form again.
Okay. I put the same thing. This is the code right now. Okay. I have removed that single quotes, but still I'm getting this same thing now. The 6,7004631 in first column, and then order ID, product ID, ship ID, customer ID as the column names.
By cells you have given.
Yeah, by
ascending,
cells.
Ascending is true or false?
Ascending is true. Yeah.
Okay.
Same I copied.
So ascending means it will be in small to large. Okay. So you are getting exactly opposite.
No. In your code, what I can see, there is a first column is order ID, right?
Okay.
Index. So order No. First one. Just scroll it up.
Okay, you have not removed this index?
I have removed the index.
So what's the problem? Actually, I'm not getting. Okay, I should make it true. Let's say I'm making it true.
Yes, it is true. Fine. Yeah.
But I'm doing this by index, not by value. This is sort by index, na?
I'm talking about value. I'm talking about value.
So sort values by cells ascending.
Sort
is
by
equal to-
value cells.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So here, in the first column, you can there is a order by ID, right? So this is order by ID. Order 704, order underscore 149, order. I'm not getting that values. What I'm getting is 6700 4631 817 552 like this one. By using same code.
I think he has
What I put in the chat.
index order.
Run it again.
Rerun the entire notebook. Okay, try this. Go to runtime and run all.
Sorry.
Go to runtime, run all. Go to runtime and run all.
So he hasn't replaced the.
Still I'm getting the
index column with the order ID.
Okay.
That's the.
So what's the spelling?
See, but
spelling is wrong.
Order ID column is arranged in the same order. See, 704.
In first previous of this one, this is my statement. Let me just put in the chat box. Previous to this one,
I'm
it was
sharing my contact number here. If it is possible, can you share it on WhatsApp? Screenshot.
This was the previous command, sir.
The command and output that you are getting. Because we are not allowing screen sharing to the participants, so you can't share a screen.
Yeah. Okay.
So
this was
Please
the
provide
previous
the
months
tomorrow
before
session
this one.
timing.
We'll share. 11 session would be
So-
there. Whether there will be 2 sessions or not, that will communicate on the registered attendance link.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Previous statement should be access is equal to 0 or access is equal to 1. Is it any?
See, access has nothing to do in sort values.
With this
access
command,
has nothing to do.
right?
Okay. Don't use
Okay.
access. Access has a different meaning in sort values. So just use sort by values underscore values by cells ascending is equal to true.
Correct. I'm sharing screenshot with you, sir. Okay.
Yog, maybe you can share the code with me too. I can look at it and tell you anything.
Sorry.
Okay. Yes, Anthony. What is your request?
I'm telling him he can share the code. I can also look at it and see what's the problem with it.
Okay, well, I'll just make a special case and I'll allow you to share the code. Okay, Anthony. ENG Anthony. Okay, he will make you presenter. Okay, so now you can share. Participants with his own participants.
Not me. I was telling Young to do that, to share the code directly to the email.
Okay. I should share the code. I have shared already.
Not you. Yog is saying he has a problem. He's not able to understand that problem there. So he should share his code with us.
Okay. Yes. Can you share the code? Yes, others you can leave the meeting.
Thank you. At what time tomorrow's session? You say you have 2 sessions.
Yes, pardon.
Tomorrow you have 2 sessions.
Yes, tomorrow we have 2 sessions.
At what time?
11 to 1, and then afternoon or evening we'll have 1 more session.
All right, you tell us the time because we're in different time.
Yes, we'll be sharing the schedule once
I am joining from Kenya.
Yeah, I understood. Okay, welcome. So what are their timings there now?
Right now it's East African time is 10:30 a.m. That means that your place it should be around 12:30.
Yes. So we will be having it in afternoon only. Okay.
All right.
Okay.